Hello, it's around 7:30, and welcome to the weather update for October 22nd, 2018. And it's been quite chilly the past couple of days. We've been almost 10 degrees below normal, and we're going to look at and see how cold it got last night, if we can. We're going to be looking at that. Unfortunately, it's been cloudy most of the day because we've had a lot of clouds. Even though they said they weren't going to be that many clouds, there were a lot, so we didn't really get a clear day out of. We didn't get any more clear days since last Thursday. We've had a lot of clouds around. But anyway, it got down to 33 at Farmingdale last night, which was pretty chilly. There was a freeze warning in effect, so a lot of areas reached freezing with these low dew points basically in the low and mid 30s. And let's see what West Hampton got down to, because I have a feeling it got a lot colder there last night. Yeah, it got down to 27 at West Hampton. So 27 degrees at West Hampton. And let's see what Toms River went down to, because that can be another cold. Believe it or not, Toms River can be a hot spot, but it can also be a cold spot. It's like I said, it's like a desert there, so at night the temperature drops, and sure enough, it did. It dropped to 26 degrees. So that's pretty chilly. Pretty chilly. So let's go ahead and look at what's going on in respect to the tropics. We're going to look at that now. Let's take a look at that, because we have some action in the Pacific. That is actually Category 5 action in the Pacific. So let's talk about Hurricane Willa. Alright. Hurricane Willa. Alright, where's Hurricane Willa? Alright. I don't know why it's not. Alright. Alright, here's Hurricane Willa, Category 4. It's weakened a little bit. It was a Category 5. Category 4, maximum sustained winds 155 miles an hour. So this hurricane is going to be impacting Mexico, and you can see hurricane warnings are in effect, and then it's going to become a depression. But the thing is, the energy from that storm will actually help to form a nor'easter next weekend. So we have max sustained winds at 155 miles an hour. The minimum central pressure is, let's see, where is that listed? Where is it listed? I don't seem to list it here. It's moving north at 8 miles an hour and no minimum central pressure. Alright. I don't know why. Alright, so here's the wind force map for Hurricane Willa. Yeah, they're up to the W's already. So yeah, they don't have a minimum central pressure in here. Why? Makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. We have to go to the public advisory. It's the only way to find it. All right, minimum central pressure 929 millibars. All right, so this was a Category 5 at one time, and if there's a way for us to go back and hit the archive, I think we should be able to find. Let's go back to yesterday and get the one at 1500, because it was a Category 5, I think. Let's see. It was a Category 5 yesterday. All right, so let's see if they have changes and watches of warnings, but they don't have the winds. I do apologize. They don't make it easy to get the information. It's not my fault. Let's try this one. Let's try this one from yesterday, because it was a Category 5. I know that it was. Alright, so the maximum sustained winds were at 185. No, that's 115. No, that's not. I know it was a Category 5 at one time. Maybe it was this morning. Let's see. I just wanted to get that information for you when it was a Category 5, but it was a Category 5 at one time. I'm pretty sure it was. I can't find the advisory, but it was a Category 5. But anyway, let's take a look at it on the satellite imagery here. Here it is. Again, really symmetrical, strong storm. Here, not a very large storm in the area. we're going to look at the satellite imagery of it now. So you can take a look at the satellite imagery, and we'll see here. You can see how it's weakened, but it was very strong overnight. So it was a Category 5 for a time. I don't know what the maximum wind speed was on it. Probably somewhere around 165 to 170 miles an hour. Again, I do apologize. They don't make it easy to get that information. I'm sure it is around somewhere. You can see the pink. That indicates, again, some really high cloud types. We've just been getting one blockbuster hurricane after another this year, and it's still not done yet. It's still not done yet. That is what's going on. So I'm going to keep looking for that advisory. Let's see. Maybe it was 6 a.m. Maybe it was 6 a.m. this morning. Let's see. Maximum sustained winds 155. All right, that's still just shy. I thought it was a Category 5 at one time. Yeah, 160 miles an hour. That's when it was a Category 5. So it did reach 160 miles an hour, the winds. All right, before it started weakening again. 160 miles an hour. Okay, so let's go and let's look at the models. Let's take a look and see what where this thing is going to go, what's going to happen to it. It's going to weaken rapidly once it goes over Mexico, but there's going to be devastation in Mexico from this now. So, and yet another area of our planet is being devastated by a tropical system. And, you know, they're still cleaning up in Florida. The damage is going to take years to repair. They're going through step by step this crisis, trying to get things back to normal, and it's going to take a very long time before that happens. Anyway, let's take a look at the models and show you the general patterns. I'm not going to get too specific, but we do have a it's going to get a little warmer tomorrow ahead of a cold front, and then the cold front moves through, and then temperatures drop once again Wednesday, especially into Thursday, Friday, and keep your eye on this. This is Willa. All right, so Willa, it's going to break up, but then the energy kind of remains, and then it kind of like strengthens into a low pressure here, probably post-tropical system over the Gulf. Very weak. Then it weakens again, and then what happens is once it gets off the coast, it becomes a very strong nor'easter. Now once we get into the end of October, we usually start seeing these type of systems develop. This could be a pretty intense nor'easter, and there could be some pretty high wind speeds and really deep pressures. I'm concerned because some of that tropical energy may still be there, and we still have those warm waters. So we could see some type of hybrid system. This will be around next weekend, next Saturday, next Sunday. We always seem to get very strong nor'easters toward the end of October. It's not uncommon to see that. And then behind it, more cool air. All right, so we do stay in a cool pattern, more or less. We'll take a look at the thermodynamics. You'll see I'll just go look at the anomaly. So you'll see we stay pretty much in a cool pattern Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's that system, so you could see there could actually be some snow, probably not here, but possibly interior New England. And we stay below normal, maybe warms up a little bit toward the end of the period. All right, that's in the long range, that system, but it's something to be aware of. I want to look at the Euro at the end of this video too as well. I'm not going to look at it yet, but we're going to look at this. So let's go ahead and look at temperatures for the next couple of days. So tomorrow it will warm up into the 60s, so slightly above normal, low 60s. But then it cools right back down on Wednesday again. Thursday we may struggle to reach 50. Friday, same deal. And then there's that nor'easter where you can actually see the reflection of it on there. It's going to be a very intense storm that we're going to have to keep our eyes on. If you want to look at some fall foliage, I would suggest you do it this week because that storm may wind up, if any leaves that are changing are probably going to be knocked down by this storm when the storm rolls through. Could be some pretty high winds too with that. In fact, that's what I want to check right now. We're going to actually check the winds. Yeah, some of the high winds. We do have some high winds that, oh yeah. Looks like the worst of it stays offshore, but definitely some high winds with that. All right, let's go and look at the dew points. Let's go and look at the dew points. Dew points not going to be a concern too much the next couple of days because we pretty much have dry air. Dew points go up to like 40 tomorrow, but then they're right back down on Wednesday again. Thursday, same deal. Friday, and then you have that system. And you can see that the system has some real warm tropical air to work with. Tropical air does not come our way, fortunately, but it will give the storm energy. That's for sure. So, last part of this video, we're just going to look at the sky conditions and see when we can get some clear skies. We didn't get them today. And tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of clouds around. They'll start breaking up toward later in the afternoon. Wednesday, we may have sun to start, but then some clouds might start to develop again later on. Hopefully more sunshine than today. And then Thursday, that should be our best day as far as clear skies before the cirrus rolls in ahead of this developing nor'easter. The cirrus will overspread our area Friday, and then into the weekend we will be dealing with that possibility of that nor'easter. So that is going to conclude this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.